everyone, my name is Max Davila, and welcome back to the Kill Count, and welcome back not to Season 2. Just roll the intro, it's gonna be fine. Looking at the pilot for Murder Drones, which was released on October 29 of 2021, my birthday. Murder Drones is the soon-to-be series by Glitch Productions. Glitch is an Australian animation studio based in Sydney, New South Wales, which was founded by the Litchwick brothers. I'm sorry if I butchered their last name, but more specifically Kevin and Luke Litchwick. They've made other series like Meta Runner, Sunset Paradise, and most notably the SMG4 show. But the popularity for Murder Drones grew fast. Trust me, I'm gonna say Murder Drones a lot, so let's just get used to it. Murder Drones was animated by Liam Fickers and had gotten 1 million views in one day after releasing. In fact, the pilot was such a hit that it's now the most popular video on the Glitch Productions channel. Oh, and don't even get me started on Twitter. Just search up #MurderDrones and you're gonna get artwork and reviews. And very good ones at that. But for me, I kind of have mixed personalities on this pilot. I was first in the good reviews and the bad reviews, and I don't know where I am now. So I'm going to give you some things I liked about it and some stuff that I really didn't like about it. My biggest complaint is that the humor just falls flat a bunch. And Murder Drones lacks hard by some of the characters' dialogue, which makes it sound kind of cringe. Honestly, no offense to the voice actors, they're just reading the lines. And hey, they had some really good voice actors in this that I will mention in the kill count. And they did a great job voicing the characters. And there's one character who I won't talk about now, but who is mainly the one why I'm saying this. But hey, at least the guy I'm talking about is really good in the fight. But let's talk about the good stuff, as we should. One of my positives towards Murder Drones is its animation and also its action scenes, which are freaking great. But even with all of that, I still have no clue how to rate it. My rating so far is a 4.5 out of 10. You can argue it's not horror, but what is not horror about genocidal robots? And come on, it's adjacent horror. It has some very good kills. Oh yeah, I forgot about the kills. Yeah, how did I forget the main thing? The kills in Murder Drones are very great and very brutal most of the time, and sometimes even freaking creative. And this is what carries the show a lot for me. But anyway, how many robots/humans died in this genocidal robot kill fest? Well, let's find out and get to the kills. Man, I always love saying that.
You already said that in Harmony and Horror.
Shut the hell up. The pilot begins with an exposition booting up as we're suddenly introduced to worker bots. We also get context on what they are and what they do.
We are worker drones, autonomous robots helping humans mine exoplanets for our interstellar parent company, J.C. Jensen, in space.
The voice tells us that the worker bots were being mistreated in the name of Windex, but wait a minute, don't tell me J.C. Jensen is a parody of S.C. Johnson, right? Like, it has the same design, kind of, but maybe it's a coincidence. Who knows? In case you're unfamiliar with S.C. Johnson, they're a company who brought us Windex and Glade sprays. Sadly, this video isn't sponsored by them, so please, man, can you sponsor me?
Hell no.
Shit. Anyway, the drones didn't revolt because the humans basically killed themselves as they blew themselves up. But there is no way I'm gonna count the entirety of humanity on the kill count, so let's just cut it down a notch. I'm gonna count the 12 humans that we see. 10 in the opening that gets disintegrated and 2 that are skellies. The voice tells us that after the planet was wiped, the bots picked up where they left off. Aw, look at that baby. The voice then explains that their company, J.C. Jensen, didn't like the plan of starting and adapting to a new life, so they sent these murder drones to eliminate them, starting with this worker bot that just got decapitated. In fact, that isn't the only one going on to the kill count. From the shot, I see 8 worker drones being shocked that their friend just got decapitated. And as this is happening, the murder drones send off their missiles and blow everyone up, and that gives us 9 kills in the kill count, the additional one being that baby. And then we cut to a title card. This one's a glitchy one too. Ooh, neat. We transition to a presentation being presented by Uzi Dorman, who was the voice all along. Uzi is voiced by Alyssa Lovelock, who also starred in Has Been on Tell as the singing voice of Charlie Meng, which is another pilot episode. In fact, she voiced Mommy Longlegs in the new Poppy Playtime chapter. I forgot to mention, I have this question about that spiral of something, black stuff behind that murder drone and title card. What is it, Uzi?
But what have our parents done for the past forever while those things build a spire of corpses?
Oh dear God. Uzi then suddenly brings out her sick railgun, which I would die to have, but that railgun doesn't have anything to do with her project, as her teacher points out.
Uzi, the homework was a word problem about buying watermelons?
Fun fact, the teacher is voiced by Liam Vickers himself, who is known for his talented work on Cliffside, and is the animator in Murder Drones. Her teacher also points this out.
And is it supposed to be that color?
We cut to Uzi being in the clinic with her face being covered up a bit and also having an ice pack. Two robot drones make fun of Uzi while she's in the clinic, and those robot drones are Lizzie and Doll. Lizzie, the pink-eyed drone, is voiced by Katie Hood, who voiced Iceon in Installation Cube, another animated series made by Liam Vickers. They aren't so important anyway, but then you can guess who comes out. Freaking Fad, the most popular guy in school.
Ever gonna end up problematic?
Fad, voiced by Sean Cheplick, who voiced freaking Noob Saibot and Charon in Mortal Kombat 11. Uzi and Fad have a little moment about how he knows her name, but then we realize it's because her dad is the person who makes the doors so the robots don't freaking kill them. And trust me, Khan is famous. I didn't know making doors was, I guess, the most heroic thing you can do. Fad compliments her bandages, and Uzi blushes from that. Crush? Fad questions Uzi's railgun, in which she replies by not still accepting the fact that the railgun doesn't work for now. She's that confident that she plans to sneak out into the Murder Drone's lair to get the last spare part that is needed to quote-unquote save the world. Fad points the obvious out.
Doesn't your dad make awesome doors so we don't have to, do that scary sounding emotionally repressed stuff you just said?
But Uzi does not like that, so she just storms off.
I'm not mad at you, by the way, just generally hormonal.
That's noted. Nighttime falls and Uzi wakes up to start gearing up. After getting the Doormaster key, she goes to sneak her way into the Murder Drone's lair, but only gets stopped by her dad, Con Dorman. And when she makes up lies to try to get across. One of the lies involves doors made by her dad that Fad mentioned earlier.
'Cause that's the project I'm working on for school. A big old door. Just like what my old man built. I want to join the WDF and hide behind doors like cowards while playing cards and stuff.
Apparently this works, and Khan gives Uzi the wrench she used to tighten the bolts of his first door prototypes.
Good door. Good door.
Khan is played by David Dixon, who starred in A Samurai Story as the police chief. With that, we meet the other worker bots, Braxton, Todd, Markov, and an unnamed worker drone. Khan tells the crew that Uzi is going outside to examine the exterior of door 1. I think she's gonna die if you think about this, Khan. She's not even an adult yet. I mean, you can't blame me, the signs are there. As soon as she goes out there, we see the skeleton that I mentioned earlier and a bot in the snow, which will add to the kill count. But I'd rather count that than the spiral of corpses. I am not counting that. I don't care what you say. Wait. Don't unsubscribe, man. Don't unsubscribe, you little bitch. Uzi ends up finding the spare part she was looking for, but while expecting it, she runs to hide from a murder drone named N. That just pulled out a robot's head and then crushes it. Holy! Uzi looks in the glass shard to take a glance at it, but as soon as she looks away and looks back, well, that thing is now staring back. Time for an awesome battle scene between Uzi and a fan favorite N.
Round 1. Fight.
But N seems to have the upper hand since he just knocked Uzi's railgun aside. So I guess she's gonna use her fist. What's against a murder drone?
Whoa. And they said pirating all that anime was useless.
Famous last words. I'm just kidding, but Uzi stupidly uses her fist, which only results in her hand getting stabbed and getting tossed. When N goes to finish the job, he instead is faced with the railgun, which freaking blows his head off. That was extremely beautiful.
Holy hell. Suck on that, Dad!
Don't get too cocky right now. Besides, N just regenerates himself, and for some reason Uzi stupidly whacks him with an arm. I mean, come on, what the hell is that gonna do?
Did you just slap me with that arm?
Holy crap, it talks.
Noted. and is voiced by Michael Koev, who along with Elise Lovelock starred in Has Been Hotel's Angel Dust and played the voice of Ricky Every in Poppy Playtime. I guess the cast are very familiar with each other since they've been on a lot of similar projects. And suspects Uzi very intensely of being a worker drone for a bit.
Short for a disassembly drone. I'm Serial Designation N.
And introduces himself to Uzi since he believes she's new to the squad. And even lies about himself like how Uzi did to Khan by saying he's the leader.
I'm kind of the leader of the squad in this city. That's not true. Everyone tells me I'm useless and terrible.
At least he admits.
I'm not supposed to tell you that part!
I see, man. Uzi also hears the absurdity and tries to go, but stops after her wound stops her, and explains if she pops it in his mouth, it will go away since the disassembly saliva neutralizes it. Uzi suggests going into the landing pod so Anne can neutralize her wound because she's not really a murder drone.
Sweet, I'm open to new things, I guess.
We're never talking about this.
Just ignore how wrong it looked. And starts to talk about his crew. The first member he talks about is V, who is basically a psychopath. She's someone who would feed something like this guy Grant his own entrails in front of their family and a bunch of stuff. I counted 6 of his family members by each body part, or better yet, hands, visible in the background. So all 11 of them go to the kill count.
And yet, I still feel nothing.
Cold-hearted as hell. Even more contest, she has no respect for him. She doesn't even remember who he is. But yet, Anne likes her.
You can't tell her, okay?
Dude, calm down. It's not like she's gonna like you back. That's not foreshadowing. The second and last member is their actual leader, Jay, who also doesn't like Anne.
N, you're worthless and terrible. And if the company allowed it, I would straight up kill you myself.
Jay's awesome.
Why is everyone so heartless to him? Is it because he's more timid? And shows the buttons to Uzi, to which Uzi quickly finds out that his landing pod is a spaceship which can bring them out of this planet.
This is a spaceship!
And says that disassembly drones were never taught how to land, but Uzi says the worker drones, aka her, can help the murder drones repair the spaceship instead of mass genocide. Which Uzi asks and why. And says consuming their
Warm, sweet.
oil prevents them from overheating and dying. He does this to make himself useful and gain respect from the others. But Uzi gives him a huge truth bomb, which we've noticed so far, and that truth bomb is...
And look at all the respect it's gotten you, N. You really think the company isn't going to dispose of you once all the workers are dead?
Suddenly they hear the other murder drones and Uzi GTFOs out of there, and gets straight up smacked to Rebushin. Damn, how hard did you get hit? It shows replay clips of Uzi, and after that, N realizes that Uzi was a worker drone and makes up an excuse to, I guess, kill her. Suspicious indeed. And Uzi, run faster! A murder drone is on your tail! That's bad news for these card players, since you know what's coming as soon as Uzi walks in. Uzi tries to close the door in time, but it's stopped when, oh it's N!
Hey, fellas. Ooh, deal me in. I love rummy. Wait, no. I'm going to murder everyone.
It is about to hit the fan. N first impales the doormaster key and keen scanner so the doors can stay open. Then it's murder time. He first kills Todd, who tries to correct him for mispronunciation. You could have ran, maybe. He then explodes Markov and kills the unnamed co-worker by ripping his throat off screen. Braxton tries to tell Uzi his name, but when he's suddenly sliced vertically in half, hell yeah, that was smooth. And climbs into the ventilation shaft as Uzi's railgun is done charging. Uzi turns around to only find that Anne is not there anymore. Khan walks in to find the unsinkable.
What have you done?
Sounds pretty normal for someone to be in shock like that. And wrong choice of words, dude. You mean, what did this murder drone do? Uzi pulls out the railgun to shoot Anne, only for her dad to be stubborn and worried about the wrong things.
You let a murder drone here? My beautiful doors!
Khan's slowness ends up getting Uzi impaled and a railgun tossed. Uzi tries to convince her dad to shoot, but I'll let you guess how that went. Spoiler alert, he does not. Instead, he steps back and closes the door on Uzi, leaving Anne and Uzi face to face as the alarm goes on. It's kind of a sad scene seeing Uzi accept her fate and Anne having to give sympathy to her because of, you know. Anne yeets Uzi aside because here comes Jay and V, proud of Anne for doing something useful for once, since Shay has been trying to get through that door for months.
Nice work, N.
You, me, name, remember?
Forgot to mention that V is played by actress Nola Clope, whose career has been poppin' lately. She's done a bunch of stuff, but is more recognizable for her voice work on Poppy Playtime as Poppy. And Jay is played by Shoutout Kirby, who was in Wildcard as Gala Vendevo. Jay congratulates them for wiping this colony out, meaning that they might have the top team this quarter. J.C. Jensen pen guaranteed. But as soon as he looks at the pen, and rethinks what Uzi said to him about the company and asks Jay what the company plans to do with them afterwards.
So actually different from us worker drones, but just out of curiosity, do we actually, know what the company plans to do with us afterwards?
Man just resurrected Uzi from that. And explains a worker bot, Uzi, suggested a worker drones can fix the landing pod, their spaceship, to escape the planet, which makes N question why the pods were there only one way. He feels the company doesn't like robots, including them, and that just gives Jay the excuse to stab him so he can almost die.
Always looking out for me. You're awesome.
Almost. Uzi finally gets up to retrieve her railgun as N apologizes for ruining her card game and also making her an awkward moment with her dad. Uzi said she made him rebel, which got him killed, so she apologizes. But he also tried to kill her, so it's fair. Uzi throws shots at him, calling him switching sides lame, in which he replies,
Being rebellious is a lot harder than it looks.
"You ain't wrong, man." We cut to Fad being tossed to the other drones, while Jay comes out with a headless worker bot that I will put on the kill count. Selfish Khan suggests building a quick door, while Fad suggests a defense since they are WDF. Put all of them back up instead.
For real?
Yeah, man, because in this pilot they rather flight than fight. V impales Fad, slams him, and even impales him once again, trying to go for the kill. Until...
Put that conventionally attractive male down.
Oh hey, it's Uzi and N trying to seek vengeance. They get into this epic action scene with Uzi fighting J and N fighting V. That's pretty inconvenient. So just a heads up, a lot of things are just gonna go very fast, so catch up with me. Uzi sticks J in the head with the J.C. Jensen pen, while V ambushes N. J takes out the pen from her head and Uzi sticks it in the face! Uzi, look out! You wouldn't want to end up like Braxton, am I right? N tries to shoot V with a missile, but then it comes out his hearts.
Ah! My mind's in a weird place! Don't read into
While
this!
V shoots a missile. Jay sends a blue electric shockwave to Uzi, which pretty much shuts her down temporarily. N notices this, and so he decides to lick V's sword and kick her to the ground to distract her. Jay gives her a very villainous speech, .mp4, but while she's distracted, Uzi grabs her tail and impales the syringe into her right leg off screen. I don't know how she didn't notice that, but you know what? Screw it. Jay tries to get it off, but trips on a rock in the process. Uzi then proceeds to go with the plan action.
One more buzzword and I'll do it. Equity partners.
She freaking obliterates her. Damn! Everyone cheers at the W Uzi just claimed and compliments her on how insane it was. Can't forget N now, he played a part too. Khan brings the attention to him and Uzi calls him out for leaving her for dead instead of believing in her and not helping.
I'll save you the trouble, Dad. I vanish myself. Let's go, N. Everyone here can bite me.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Uzi.
Shut it.
We cut to Uzi on the top of a car while N in the back hopes she is having an important character growth. Then Uzi starts to talk about how she wants to murder all humans. Wait, what? Whoa, yellow eyes, spoopy! The pilot ends with the camera zooming out on Uzi and showing the entire Earth with 3 landing pods approaching Copper 9. Well, you know this series is going to be a successful hit, but how many kills were in this 26-minute long freaking pilot? Well, let's find out. Get to the... Bot down, I repeat, a bot down. Ah, man. Yeah, I ain't coming back from that. Oh, sh**. 38 people / drones were killed in the Murder Drones pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new kill count record! There were 11 males, 2 females, and 23 damn unknowns. Ooh, this is probably one of the most interesting pie charts we have. Probably still don't need it, it has probably a bunch of wires in it. With a runtime of 26 minutes, we had a kill on average about every 42.52 seconds. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'll give the excellent execution for the coolest kill to Braxton for that smooth split in half with his body. I love the suddenness of the kill, and you don't even realize until he falls. Excellence all around. Honorable mention to Jay though. I'll give the tame knife stab to the lamest kill to Grant's 6 family members in the background. I guess they couldn't come up anything exciting for their deaths, I guess. But I'm excluding Grant because his death was pretty gruesome. And that's it. The Murder Drones pilot was released on October 29 of 2021, my B-Day. And I can definitely say it was a fairly enjoyable watch. Even though I don't like it in general, I don't hate it. It has its ups and downs. It's mixed for me. But hey, this is just the pilot, and pilots are not perfect, trust me. And you know, when the actual series finally comes out in late 2022, I don't know if I'll kill count it, but I'm going to be way more judgmental about it. The next kill count will be a season 2 kill count, and that will be Combat Kids. But until then, I'm Maximus Davila. This has been the kill count. See ya!